Hello there everyone, welcome to a new ConverZation video. We haven't had one of these in quite a while, so I figured it was time to do one. In case you don't know, this is a little video series I have where I focus in on one particular topic of discussion, or conversation, and it's things that I technically could talk about while let's playing, but I want to talk about it a bit more, a bit longer, so... And I also, when I let's play, I easily get sidetracked by the actual game, so it's can be difficult to keep something going if I want to say a very specific thing, which is what I want to do right now. So that is what this little series is for, and today I want to talk about, well, sometimes these can be serious, sometimes they can be less serious. Today it's gonna be less serious, because today I'm gonna be talking about chips. Specifically potato chips. This is my personal favorite. OLV, dill och gräslök. Gräslök means chives. I'm pretty sure you understand the word dill. And OLV is the brand. So in Sweden we basically have two big brands. I'll get to that later though. Because when it comes to like snacks and things like that, like I like most things. Like I'm all for candy. I can eat a little bit of candy, just not too much because it's so sweet. And same with ice cream. I like ice cream, just not too much. And like cookies and cake, pastries, things like that. Yeah, sure. I can have a few, liksom. That was weird. But chips, salt. Specifically potato chips. I'm not that big of a fan of like corn chips. I can have it to tacos, like then it works, but otherwise nah. But other than that, I'm pretty much fond of a lot of different tastes. I'm not that fond of like cheese taste on chips. I like cheese doodles, but I don't like chips with cheddar taste, if that makes any sense. It's just not my thing. So I loved chips for very, very long. From the beginning, when I was very young, I only liked the regular salted ones. But as I grew older, I learned to like the other ones as well. Most of them. And as I mentioned before, we have more than that, but we have two big brands in Sweden, and one of them is OLV. The other one is Estrella. I'll put up pictures here. That's why I'm sitting on this side, so I can put up actual pictures and show things on this side. And I'm not completely sure which one of those is my favorite, because on one hand, as I just showed you, my specific favorite flavor is from OLV. And OLV also generally puts more in their bags. I believe it says here, yeah, 275 grams, while Estrella usually have 250 grams with their bags, so you get a little bit more from OLV. But the thing is, Estrella is based in Göteborg, my hometown, so I kind of have to like them. They're also very, very good. Both of them are really good. But I'd probably say that OLV is slightly better. And there is another one called the Svenska Lantchips, Swedish. I don't know how to translate lant, but it's like, I don't know, countryside chips. I don't know. A bit smaller, but they make more natural-ish potato chips. They're also quite decent. And those are really the big common ones in Sweden. Then the different like food stores sometimes has their own brands, but they're not as popular. But if you look compared like internationally, we really like our own chips here in Sweden. We buy our own brands, our own Swedish brands. I can only really think of two brands that aren't Swedish that exists here, but not that much. The biggest one I would say is Pringles, but it's not the same type of chips. That's the tubed ones, you know. And then it's also like Lay's. I'm not really a big fan of them, and it's not in every store, it's just in a few, and usually just 1 or 2 different flavors of them. And if I just compare chips, whenever I've been abroad, I've only been in Europe, so I can't say for anywhere else, but whenever I tasted like different chips from other countries, I still think Sweden, we are very, very good at making chips. And I'm really happy that we are, because I really like them. So now to editing VikzeLink in the future here, at some point. Now we're gonna have a bit more pictures here because of the thing I'm gonna talk about. So one thing I, as a chips enthusiast, can be a bit mad about here in Sweden is that we don't get to keep like new flavors that they put out there very long, because it's generally we only have the 4 basic flavors. Put up pictures here. We have the regular salted ones. They will always exist and will never go off the market. That's basically what these 4 are. We have the most common one, which is probably sour cream and onion. And we have dill, and specifically dill gräslök with OLV, the bag I showed you, and grill. Those are the 4 basic ones that will most likely always exist, and they usually have all of them in every store. Depending on the size of the store, of course, but most likely they will have these 4 base flavors. Now, other than that, would you say manufacturers? It sounds weird when it's about food items, but whatever. At least every year, but every now and then they come up with new flavors that they put out there. Sometimes they stay for a bit longer, like there are a few here in Sweden that have been around for a couple of years now. But as soon as people stop buying them and they feel that they're not making a profit, obviously they're gonna take them off the shelves and stop producing them because they're not making money anymore. And that's the thing that makes me a bit mad about the people not buying them. Because I actually have a list of all different types of chips that I like, and I've also spaced them out so that similar ones, for example, if I have this one, I will not have close the Estrella dill. That's not close in that list. And then I go, whenever I buy chips, I check the list and go like list item for list item, so I can get through the whole list and taste all the different chips I like. And once I get to the bottom, I restart at the beginning. And whenever they remove something or add something new, I'll edit the list a little bit so that it reflects what's available. The thing is, most people that buy chips aren't as enthusiastic about it as I am. They just buy what they know they love or enjoy. So it's just, they'll just blindly grab the sour cream and onion, or, well, usually one of the 4 bases. That is why those will always be around, because they sell. They sell very well, and newer kinds don't tend to stick. Some of them's been around for a couple of years, as I mentioned, but you never know when they're going away, and that is too bad. I had one that I really liked that was around maybe 5 years ago, and it disappeared, and it was OLV's sour cream and black pepper. That was really good, but apparently it didn't sell well enough to remain, so it's gone. And that's also a thing that they also know, that right when they launch new flavors, then people will buy them out of curiosity. The problem is they will not keep buying them afterwards. They try it once and then they go back to sour cream and onion and grill. Like, those are also great, but please try all of it just to keep it around, please. Now I understand that that's also a way of selling more chips, is to, you can't keep everything around and keep coming up with new ones. Then you just get a larger and larger assortment of chips. That won't work. You'll have to remove some old ones. I get that. But sometimes it just feels like they don't last long enough. You know what I mean? Well, I think that's about it. That's what I wanted to talk about chips. Not that much more to say. Let me know if you like chips and what your favorite is down in the comments, and ask me more questions if you have any. I will end this conversation video here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Farewell! Boom, yeah,